Hey EXPs, it's Jay, your experiential marketing coach, and today I'm going to be discussing email etiquette. An account manager reached out to me and asked me to create this video because they've just gotten sick and tired of EXPs submitting wrong information or not even following the proper submission instructions when submitting for potential opportunities. So I wanted to go ahead and create a video on the importance of email etiquette, and I'm going to provide you with my top 3 tips to keep in mind when you're submitting for any opportunity as an EXP. So let's jump right into it with my tip number 3. I'm going to start at the bottom today. You must make sure that you communicate correctly and effectively. If the account manager or staffing coordinator or experiential marketing agency has put up a job post in any of the groups or sent you a direct email and they ask that you not post the job on any social media outlets, that you not reach out to them directly, that you not send them a Facebook message, please follow the directions. Oftentimes they're doing this to prevent receiving a flood of different requests for potential opportunities, or they may be staffing for multiple opportunities. So this is one way that you can get on the bad side of any account manager or staffing coordinator, is by not communicating correctly and by doing things that may not get you considered for potential opportunities. So follow any and all directions. If they ask you to not reach out to them on a personal matter, please do not do so. And keep in mind, as an EXP, when they ask you to submit certain requirements, whether that's a resume or headshot, in a timely manner or by a certain time, make sure that you would adhere to that and get that information to them as soon as possible so that you can be considered for the potential opportunity. Tip number 2, make sure you do not deviate from what is being requested. Whether they're requesting multiple headshots or event photos or an updated resume. If the account manager or staffing coordinator has conveyed this clearly in an email, make sure you adhere to it. Don't deviate and submit multiple photos, multiple resumes with 5 to 10 pages. I can tell you, and account managers and staffing coordinators have expressed this to me personally. They do not read resumes past the 2nd page. So as an EXP, make sure that you submit the necessary and the proper information to be considered for opportunities, and that you conduct those spell checks and those grammar checks prior to you hitting that submit button and sending over your resume for any potential opportunities. It's also important that when you are submitting and attaching your resume as well as your headshots, that you include a brief description of yourself, so your cover letter per se. You can do this in the body of the email, or you can add it as an attachment. But my rule of thumb is go ahead and put it in the body of the email, so as that account manager or staffing coordinator is looking at your email, they can get a brief description as to who you are and your experience, and then they'll have the attachments such as your resume and your multiple event photos to look at as well. So again, when you are creating that quick, write up, no more than a paragraph about yourself, 4 sentences, make sure that you do a spell check as well as grammar check, and even read it out loud to make sure that it sounds right. Because oftentimes we write things, but when we actually read it out loud, something doesn't sound right. So make sure you include that information, as well as, if the event is one in which the account manager or staffing coordinator is looking for someone in multiple cities or multiple areas. If you're a BA who's willing to travel, or an EXP who doesn't mind traveling to multiple cities to execute an event, go ahead and note that in the email as well, so that account manager and staffing coordinator can take that into consideration when potentially looking to staff you for a potential opportunity.